It is, of course, with a sense of sadness to accept that she has departed from this world, but also a sense of pride that she lived to ultimately see freedom for her people, her country, and that her struggle was not in vain. Since the passing on Monday, the 2nd April 2018, many South Africans and the international community have been sharing with the family the love they had for Mama Winnie, their experiences, direct and indirect. Our government has befittingly declared a special official funeral category 1, which entails elements of military ceremonial honors and is declared in line with the Presidency's state official and provincial official funeral policy. In her case, for persons of extraordinary credentials, specifically designated by the President of the Republic of South Africa. National days of mourning, as you know, have been declared from the 3rd of April to the 14th of April. In line with this declaration, the national flag have, with immediate effect, been flown as half-mast at all flag stations countrywide, and also in all our diplomatic missions abroad. This will be observed until the evening of the 14th. In consultation with the Mandela Madikizela family, with the government, national and provincial, the government will host a memorial service here in Soweto. Initially, we looked at Regina Mundi as the family wished, but this is being changed, and we are looking at this very stadium now, but that will be finalized later. The discussions are still going on to just firm up the logistics, so we'll do the final announcement, but definitely it will be here in Soweto. And the government has already made available condolences books in many venues. The international ports of entry like OR, DECO head office at the OR building in Pretoria, in Parliament, Denies, the Union building, Department of Arts and Culture. As you know, she was Deputy Minister of Arts and Culture. In GCIS, all provincial legislatures, all premiers' offices. And we will also be placing condolence books at Bramford, for the reason that Umama lived in Bramford, though he was banished there by the regime, but she worked there with the people of Bramford, and they also feel very special, and she felt she worked with them, so it's very important that they be given the opportunity. The other one will be in Bizana and in Tata. As you know, Mama comes from Bizana. That's where she was born and bred. So those are the places where the condolence books will be. And of course, Mama Winnie dedicated her life to fight for the reduction of poverty, abolishment of racial injustices, as well as struggle for gender equality. So as we pay tribute and celebrate her life, let us reflect on what we should do to continue her legacy in fighting for social justice and for a better life for all. We also call on all political parties, faith-based organizations, civil society to work together cohesively during the mourning period, including the memorial service and the funeral services. And the funeral service itself will be here in the stadium. So all activities we plead should be conducted with respect and dignity and with love, as Mama loved all of us and worked with all people in South Africa. And all members of the public are invited to come out in their numbers to celebrate her life and her legacy. Should provinces and municipalities wish to organize memorial events in honor of Mama Winnie, they should do so after duly adopted resolutions of their executive councils and municipal councils, respectively. In this regard, the Minister of Culture, Zwelini Mkhize, will issue a guiding letter to the provinces and the municipalities. Members of the media are requested to apply for accreditation for the official memorial service and the funeral of Mama Winnie. The link for the online registration is on the GCIS website. The deadline for the submission of the details is 12 midday on Friday, the 6th April 2018. So please make sure you are registered. The collection for the venue for the collection of the media accreditation card will be announced in due course. For now, we're just encouraging you to register. Lastly, as the inter-ministerial committee was satisfied with the ongoing preparations and the work done towards the memorial and the funeral services, we all appreciate the outpouring of the support and the manner in which the public is celebrating the life of Mama Winnie. We also would like to thank the members of the media who have made it possible for those who are unable to be in Gauteng to still be able to be part of these events, especially at the family house in Orlando. We know that you've been there, stationed in Orlando, but you've also been taking feeds from outside the province. So thank you very much, and we hope we'll continue to work with you in the manner we have until the 14th of April. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Madam Minister. Members of the media, we're going to invite questions, and the IMC will be ready to respond. Can I take questions for clarity, comments? I assume it is quite clear, but I'll still allow you to raise questions if there are any. Can we start? I'll give numbers. There's number 1. There's number 2 at the back. There's number 3. Yes, let's start with you, Sisi. Introduce yourself and the media house.
Hi, Slindalo Masimane from ENCA. My question is just with regards to who is expected to attend. Have any dignitaries indicated their willingness to come and attend the funeral? And just with regards to also the funeral itself, you say it's a category 1. So is this, are we expecting a funeral that's going to be one like President Nelson Mandela received? Thank you.
Thank you. Number 2.
Yes.
Sorry, from ANN7. I don't know if I missed it. I just want to find out where exactly is the funeral going to be held for Uma? I on the 14th of April. Just to clarify that.
Number 3.
Hi, my name is Dennis Farrell. I'm from Associated Press. Can you let us know what dignitaries you're expecting, for example?
Kindly raise your voice.
Sorry. Wanting to know which international dignitaries one would be expecting for the funeral. Example, Jesse Jackson, maybe the Clintons, former President Kenneth Kaunda, if you're allowed to divulge that at this point.
Thank you very much. Those were the 3 questions. If I may invite the Minister, you may respond to them. I call. Okay.
Thank you very much for those questions. The questions about dignitaries. We do expect dignitaries. The Department of International Relations and Cooperation is the one that's receiving the confirmations of those who would like to come, and in due course they will have a briefing with the diplomatic corps. The briefing with the diplomatic corps is also two-pronged, because the diplomats who are based here will be the ones that will confirm who from their countries are coming and who's not. So that will come in due course. There may be unofficial, not official confirmations that I can say we have received, because that is being handled by DECO. But we know that there are people who are coming. So just be patient, that conference will be held, that will confirm with the diplomatic corps. The nature of the funeral itself. The special official funeral category 1 is the highest you can give to a civilian. The state funeral is only for heads of state and former heads of state. So this one will have elements of the military, but it's not the state funeral. It's the special official funeral category 1, meaning the highest that you can give to somebody who's not a head of state. I hope that clarifies it. So there'll be some similarities to that, but we cannot say it will be exactly like, because that one is a state funeral that Tata Matiba had. The funeral service will be here in Orlando Stadium, and the interment, the family announced that it will be at 4 ways. Thank you. 4 ways Memorial Park to finish.
Thank you very much. I take it that there might have been provocation or an afterthought to ask further questions. Let's allow those hands. Can I indicate, therefore, that this will be the last round? Number 1 and number 2, and that is it.
Swathi Mota from Jacaranda FM News. So I just want to find out, with those in and around Soweto, will they be provided any maybe buses to come to the stadium, seeing that maybe many may not have transport to make their way to the funeral?
Thank you. Number 2, the last.
Media 24. Will media be allowed at 4 ways? That's what I want to know.
Thank you. Minister?
Thank you very much. The logistics are being worked on. As you can see, we have the government at national and provincial. We're working, those logistics of buses and all that are being worked on, and they will be announced to the various communities. The media at 4 Ways, I think so. I think it will be allowed. Why did you ask? Did you hear something different? For now, it's a public, unless we hear otherwise from the family. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That brings us to the end of this media briefing. We will continuously give updates as and when new developments occur. And have a good day. We're now moving to the family, where the leadership of the ruling party, the government of Gauteng, are also going to connect with the family. Thank you very much.